Alrighty. Okay. So let's go back and review what we was talking about. The second part of the powerful processes. There was some good stuff in here. We started at page 81. Go back. Okay, so powerful process of visualization. Okay. I want to look up this book, Charles Hannell's The Master Key System. So what she says is that he gives 24 weekly exercises to master visualization. More important, his complete master key system will also help you become the master of your thoughts. Now, I believe, Patreon members, and I know that I said a prayer about having control of our thoughts, being more mindful, mastering our thoughts. I believe somebody, it was either Brittany, Toya, somebody, I might be wrong, that said that you say an affirmation to help master the thoughts. So we've actually created that. Like we talked about it. We said we want to master our thoughts. We're learning about it. And now it says, hey, Charles Hannell's book, The Master Key System, is a complete system of 24 weekly exercises to help you master visualization and master your thoughts. Bam. Bam. It's right there. It's right there for you. That's our prayers being answered. Let me put this on pause because I do need to tell y'all a testimony. Since we've been really getting into the secret and really getting into mastering our thoughts and mastering the law of attraction. Because the thing is the law of attraction, also known as the law of vibration, is always working. It's always happening, just like gravity is just whether we're consciously tapping into it or not. It is always happening. It is an absolute law. Whether you believe it or not, it's happening. Whether you believe in gravity or not, it's happening, right? Whether you understand gravity or not, it's happening, right? The same thing with the law of attraction, law of vibration. So Friday, I took my sons and my cousins. My cousins were visiting, and we took them to the movies to see the Tom and Jerry movie because we wanted to get out, and one of the movie theaters here are open. So I said, okay, let's go to the movies, not full capacity. It was pretty empty in there. Well, I had to go to the restroom afterwards. I typically don't like going to the restroom in public places unless I have to. And I was like, you know what? I have to make some stops. Let me go. Well, I go and I come out, and there's money left next to the sink in the public bathroom. Somebody left money in there. So I'm like, okay, I'm thankful because I found coins and stuff before, but I never found dollars. So I was excited. I was like, oh my God, thank you, universe. I know that I've been focusing on praying and focusing on manifesting more cash flow, specifically for my eating, because I wasn't necessarily always feeling well enough to cook. So I was just like, I need a solution to this because I'm eating out a lot and it's taking up a big portion of my budget and it's a necessity. So that happened. So then I wake up Saturday morning to a deposit from Amazon in my account. And I'm like, okay, I don't know where this came from, or I'm not asking. I was just like, thank you. I feel like, okay, I'm starting to get the signs. So then I check my email, and then I get a thank you email from my gas company saying, thank you for your payment of $400 and something because the gas bill is high, okay? It's been cold. My gas bill is high. So I'm like, I don't have automatic payment set up. Like, hold on. So I went and looked. I'm like, no, I don't have automatic payment set up. And there's a payment on my account. And I had just paid on the bill. So I actually have a credit of $180 on there. So whenever, I accumulate a new bill, I have a credit of $180. So I'm just like, okay, this is it. This is it happening. Like, this is what's happening. This is this unexpected. This is it. So I'm like, wow. You know what I mean? This is a whole nother level for me. Like, the last year, I've just learned a lot about not worrying or having a doubt like they talk about when it comes to finances. I just know that everything's going to work out. Moving into a new home, and like I said, having utility bills and certain things, it's a whole different level of expenses. And I'm like, things always just work out. Being a new entrepreneur full time, all of that. And I'm like, it all is working out. So all of this is happening, and I'm just like, wow. I'm just like, wow. I'm just like thankful. I'm like, thank you. I remember what Louise Hay said. When things like that happen, sometimes people are quick to say they can't believe it. I was like, you know what? I'm not saying that. I'm just like, I'm thankful. I'm like, thank you. My prayers are being answered. I'm thankful. I'm grateful. I'm truly thankful and grateful. I just went into gratitude, and I'm just thankful and grateful. And I'm not going to lie. It has been challenging to really make sure that I stay in a good vibration, because I haven't been physically feeling good. You know what I mean? I have nausea some days, and then I'm fatigued, and I have shortness of breath. So I'm still was battling with that. I just made sure, like, you know what I mean? I went back to the 4 agreements. I'm doing the best that I can. The 4th agreement, do the best that you can. And your best on your days that you're well will be different from the best on the days that you're sick. So that's what I just focused on. I didn't even allow shame or guilt to come into play or anything like that. So I was just like, wow, like I see it happening. You know what I mean? Like, I see it happening in a new way, and I didn't worry about the how. I asked, and I just believe, and I just know. I just know that I know that I know that I know. So I did want to share that with you all. That, since I've been really focusing on being consciously aware, for Lent, I gave up complaining so there would be no complaining, even in my mind. So I have nothing to complain about. Even when I don't feel well, I'm still thinking about what I'm thankful for. So, yeah. You say you actually got a download for your business and started writing at 11:11. By the way, I got to look up the angel number. We started at 11:45 today. Don't let me forget. Rachel said, yes, I found a $5 bill on the floor coming out the club, and the first thing I said was, thank you, God, and everyone laughed and looked at me crazy. Oh, well. She said, I was so excited because people were walking out in front of me, but only I saw it. Because it was for you. That's why you saw it. That's how you saw it. Amir! Turn this timer off. Sorry. The timer. We have timers and stuff for virtual learning. So please excuse the timer. So yeah, I wanted to share that before we really got into the book, that I'm seeing some difference. Rachel says she's seeing some differences. Even Sybil shared a story about her traveling the other weekend where she couldn't get her Uber, and she ended up getting her ticket changed to the next day, free of charge, everything, and still got to where she needed to go. So it's always working out. And just listen to the story, listening to the part where the lady watched The Secret, and she was, very drawn to Bob Proctor. And then the mail came to her. And I was saying at the beginning of live that, I just went to the doctor this morning, and my doctor has the same birthday as me. And for me, I feel like that's that's confirmation. Like, okay, I've chose the right doctor. This is going to really go the way I want it to go. It's synchronicity. That's how I see it, and she realized that her and Bob Proctor had the same, address number. So yeah. Yeah, it's all synchronicities, okay? So yes, check out this book. I'm gonna check this book out, The Master Key System. I'm gonna look it up on Amazon and see if I can find it, which helps master visualization and master your thoughts. The reason visualization is so powerful is because as you create pictures in your mind of seeing yourself with what it is you want, you are generating thoughts and feelings of having it now, okay? So when you see it in your mind, you're visualizing it, having it now. And as you continue to go and review this part of the chapter, there's lots of examples of how that is true and how it showed up in different people's lives. Okay. So, Dr. Dennis Waitley said that he used visual motor rehearsal, which is what astronauts use in the Apollo program, and he used it in the 80s and 90s for the Olympic program, right? He says, when you visualize, then you materialize, okay? They also said that, the athletes, the track runners, they would have them hooked up to monitors, and they would have them visualize their run in their mind for the Olympics. And they said the same muscles in the body fired off that would have fired off if they were actually running, right? So it says, because the mind can't distinguish between whether you're really doing it or whether it's just a practice, if you've been there in the mind, you'll go there in the body, right? You'll go there in the body. So that's the powerful thing about meditation. That's the powerful thing about visualization. That's why it says visualization is a powerful process. It's a powerful process of the manifestation process. It's a powerful process when you are actively, consciously using the law of attraction, also known as the law of vibration. The only way anything has ever been invented or created is because one person saw a picture in their mind. They saw it clearly, and by holding that picture of the end result in their mind, all forces of the universe brought this invention into the world through them. Okay? Everything starts off in the mind. It starts off as a thought, starts off as a picture, starts off as an idea. Everything that we are using today, everything that we're creating, everything that we're experiencing, a table, a chair, a TV, a computer, a book, a plate, a picture frame, the windows, the carpet, all of this started off as a thought and a picture in somebody's mind. That's how it started, right? And then it manifested in the physical, right? Always dwell upon the end result, okay? Don't get focused on the how. Don't get focused on how it happens. Don't get caught up in that. That is the universe's part. Universe, God, goddess, the creator, whatever you want to call it. That is their part, is the how. Your part is to ask, believe, and receive, and you receive by feeling good, okay? Don't get caught up in the how. So when you're doing a visualization, you are visualizing the end result, okay? So real in this moment that so when you do the visualization, it's such a holographic experience that is so real in the moment that you don't even feel as if you need it anymore, because it feels like you already have it. When you feel like you need something, you feel like you're going to have it, you always putting it in the future, which means that it will always be in the future. But when you allow yourself to tap into the feeling of having it, when you allow yourself to tap into the feeling of already having it now, it already feels like you have it, okay? When it feels like a jolt as you open your eyes into the physical world, your visualization became real. But that state, that plane is real. That's the mental field. That's the visualization field. Is real. It is a field where everything is created. It's all created there. And the physical is just a result of the real field as the creation. So in The Secret Science of Getting Rich by Wallace D. Wattles and Bob Proctor and a few others got together and did a re-recording of it. They read the book over and described it. And Bob Proctor talks about the visualization when it permeates and penetrates your being, and when you have it, the visualization in your mind, and it's so real and the vibration is so strong that it penetrates into the physical form. It impresses itself into the physical form. So let's think about an ice maker, okay, in the freezer. You hear the ice churning and stuff like that. That's the unseen. We don't know what it was being done, but we know that that's the plane of where the ice is created. The results is when the ice comes out, right? That's the same thing when we're talking about the law of attraction. So when we go into the non-physical plane, when we go into the mind, when you go into the visualization, when you go into that part, that's the inside of the ice maker. You're making what it is by you visualizing. And you know it's coming. You know it's happening because you're creating it. You're creating it there. And then when it comes into the physical, that's the result of what you created in your mind. That's the result of what you created in your vibration. Okay. Please let me know if that makes sense. Let me know if I'm making sense. And I'm going to continue reading that. Okay. It is the field where everything is created, and the physical is just a result of the field of all creations. That's why you won't feel as if you need it anymore, because you're tuned in and felt the real field of creation through your visualization. In that field, you have everything now. When you feel that, you will know it. Okay? You will know it. In that field, everything is now. You're creating it. You just created it, so it's now. When you make food, it's now. You're creating it. There's no part of you when you're making your meal or making your food that you're thinking, okay, it's in the future. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. You don't keep pushing it all. You know that you're making it, so you know that when you complete it, that's the end result. When you go into the mind, when you go into your vibration, that is the field where it is created. Okay? When it comes to the physical, that is the result of what you created. Okay? Now, here's the thing. You could do it consciously or unconsciously. What we're learning is how to do it consciously. And this is why Bob Proctor says, study every single day. You need to study this every single day. Every single day. Every single day. Because you don't just use this sometimes. You don't use this process to attract sometimes. And I know that I've done that in the past. I've used it on and off for the past 11 years, 12 years, as long as I've known about the law of attraction. And now I'm at the point where it's like, no, I'm about to use this for all aspects of my life. This is the way of life for me. This is my life. This is not, okay, oh, I want a little something now. Let me remember the law of attraction and manifest it. Now I got it. Let me put the law of attraction concept to the side, because guess what? The law of attraction is still working. So let me consciously use it all the time. Well, how do I get in a place to consciously use it all the time? I need to do it every single day. I need to practice it every single day. Jack Canfield says, it's the feeling that really creates the attraction, not just the picture or the thought. And we've talked about that, and I'm also told you I'm reading the Abraham Hicks books. They let your feelings, the astonishing power of emotions, let your feelings be your guide, because your feelings is your vibration. What you feel is what you're vibrating at. And whatever you're feeling is a result of your thoughts. And your thoughts are a result of the visualizations. All of that's intertwined, okay? Bob Doyle says, you put yourself in the feeling place of really being in that car, whatever you want to manifest. Not, I wish I could get that, or same day I'll have that, because that's a very definite feeling associated with that. It is not in the now. It is in the future. If you stay in that feeling, it will always be in the future, right? Jack Canfield says, our job is not figuring out the how. The how will show up out of a commitment and belief to the what. All you have to do is commit and believe in what you're asking for. The how will show you. Okay? So the lady who met Bob Proctor, she didn't know how she was going to meet Bob Proctor. She just knew she wanted to meet him, and she was very attracted to him. Well, she was committed to that what, and guess what? It showed up in her mailbox. It came to her. It came to her. So then she had to take what inspired action to take the mail 4 blocks away. They had the same number. They lived on different streets, but the address was the same number. So she did inspire action. She couldn't just do any action. Oh, I'm going to try to figure it out. I'm going to try to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do this and that. That's the whole trying to make, that's you controlling the how. Okay? But it will show up. It showed up to her, and she delivered it. And when she delivered it, he answered the door. He travels all the time. He's traveling for work and business all the time. And he just so happened to be at home. No, that wasn't just a so happen. That was designed based off her applying the law of attraction, based off her saying what it is that she wanted, being committed, believing it, and then it just happened. So Tiara says, I do a lot of visualization or daydreaming, a true Pisces. Yes, that is a water sign thing. I don't even think it's just the Pisces. I know Pisces, they say, can get really far into there, but it's a water sign thing, because I've always did visualizations and daydreaming since I was a child. Very much so since I was a child. And visualization is not something that's challenging for me. It's very easy. And I hear more often than not that water signs and cancers, which I'm a Cancer, manifest are really good at manifestation. And part of that is, yes, we visualize and daydream, but we also are very feelings. We get into our feelings. We feel everything. Like if you ever see one of those astrology things, it'll tell you what each sign does. Like I think, I analyze, I observe. The Cancer is I feel. We feel. How I interact with the world is through what I feel, it's through the vibrations that I feel, through what I feel coming from around me and what I feel. So I can tap into a feeling, very easily. And I'm very thankful and blessed to have that. So Mike Dole says, the hows are the domain of the universe. It always knows the shortest, quickest, fastest, most harmonious way between you and your dream. Dr. Joe Vitale says, if you turn it over to the universe, you will be surprised and dazzled by what is delivered to you. This is where magic and miracles happen. Oh, so Brittany said for Scorpios, I desire. So you all are familiar with what I'm saying. So, all of the great teachers of The Secret and avatars and stuff are aware of this process of visualization. As you see the picture in your mind and feel it, you are bringing yourself to a place of believing you have it now. Okay, that's the end result. You are also implementing trust and faith in the universe because you are focusing on the end result and experiencing the feeling of that without giving any attention whatsoever to how it will come about. Your picture in your mind is seeing it as done. Your feelings are seeing it as done. Your mind and your entire state of being is seeing as already happened. That is the art of visualization, the end result. Rhonda Byrne talks about when she found out about The Secret and how she wanted to share it with the world. She had the end result in her mind. If you watch the documentary, she talks about how all of the people that she had in the documentary were all in the same place at the same time when she was there to film. She was on her way. I forgot where she was on her way to. I think it was like a ski resort or something. I can't remember off the top of my mind. It starts with an A. It's slipping my mind right now. But anyway, all of those all these people that you hear talking, Jack Canfield, Bob Doyle, Michael Bernard Beckwith, Bob Proctor, they were all in the same city at the same time that she was there to record. She talked about how her cast, not just... Okay. Sorry, I paused over here on Instagram. The timer was going off. Not only just the cast, but even the workers, everybody that filmed it, everybody that supported her, used the law of attraction. They became aware, and we used it in the creation process of the documentary. Okay, so John DeMarti shares in his breakthrough experience seminars a tip about visualization. And his tip is if you create a static picture in your mind, it could be difficult to hold that picture. So create lots of movements in your picture. So when you see your end result, create it moving. The beautiful thing about a vision board is the static picture. It's someplace you can start. So you can put it on your vision board. You can start with the visualization. You can stay there, right? But if you see your home, see yourself doing something going into the home. Like I remember when I manifested my truck, I would visualize myself parking my truck into the garage. Now, I didn't do much visualization about going into the home and moving about the home, but I did a lot of visualization of driving that truck up, where I put my purse in the truck, back in the truck. It was all about the truck, the color of the truck and everything. Now, although the picture that I had in my vision board, which was on Pinterest at the time, was like a royal blue color of the truck, and then I was kind of saying I wanted a gold, but my visualization, my truck was silver, and I ended up manifesting a silver truck, which I still have to this day. Make it movement. Like while he was listening to it today, mentioned that she washes dishes in her home, in her dream home. She sees herself washing dishes. See yourself moving about. what are you doing in the home? For me, in my home, I've seen myself coming home. I've seen myself having guests. I've seen how my morning goes. I've seen how dinner goes with the family. I've seen everybody's room. I've had events. I've had family over. I've seen my nannies and my chefs and my maids. Like, I've seen all different kind of scenarios. I've seen scenarios of out in the pool. And I've actually expanded and expounded more and more on that visualization, where my property is expanded and I see more of my property and it just keeps growing, right? So make sure that you create lots of movement in your visualizations, okay? So Marcy Sharmoff says, the only difference between people who live this is the powerful processes of action. This is what we're going to get into. We just finished the powerful process of visualization. So the powerful process of action. Marcy Shimoff says, the only difference between people who live in this way, who live in the magic of life, and those who don't, is that the people who live in the magic of life have habituated ways of being. They've made a habit of using the law of attraction, and magic happens with them wherever they go because they remember to use it. They use it all the time, not just as a one-time event. This is why Bob Proctor tells us to study it every day. Make it a habit. Make it a way of living. It's not something that you do one time. It's not something that you just do just for one thing. It is everywhere. And they said magic happens everywhere they go. Magic happens everywhere they go because they have made it a habit to be conscious of the law of attraction, law of vibration. Okay. So if you remember in somewhere at the beginning of the book, it was mentioned for you to go to bed with a good thought on your mind, because whatever that good thought and vibration is the vibration you're going to sustain while you're sleeping, right? So to go into this example with Colin, okay? Colin was a little boy that went to Disney World and he watched the law of attraction and he became inspired. So he went to Disney World the first day and they waited in so long lines that they weren't able to ride all the rides, right? So that night, it says, before Colin fell asleep, he thought, tomorrow I'd love to go on all the big rides and never have to wait in line. Okay? So the next morning they get there and they have a Disney staff member approach them and say, hey, they are the first family of the day and they will be given VIP status, a special escort by a staff member, and walk-on passes for every big ride in the park. It was everything and more that Colin had wished for. So he set that intention before he went to bed. And that's the vibration that he stayed in the whole night. He was sleeping until he woke up. So imagine you just sleep for 8 hours, right? Some children sleep longer. Let's just say 10 hours. He stayed in that vibration for 10 hours because he set that intention and vibration before he went to sleep. So I think that's a very, very powerful example, and a very powerful thing to do is to really set their intentions before you go to sleep. Set the vibration so that you can sustain it throughout the night. Okay? Rachel said, I found myself doing that. I've been studying a lot, so I'll pray and visualize me receiving the information and then let it go. Every time it comes quickly and in the most unexpected way. I'll be scrolling and boom, someone posts and in the information I pray for, right? That's something that I've experienced too, Rachel, where I'll ask for something or pray for something and then it comes up like I need to get some work done in my lawn. And I'm like, okay, I need to find some lawn people. I know it's winter time, but I messed up my grass a little bit because I drove in the grass while it was wet. So I got to get it fixed. And I was driving and I looked and I see signs for landscaping. I see landscaping. I'm like, okay, there we go. Prayers answered, which is ask. Praying is another way of asking. Affirmation is another way of asking. Visualization is another way of acting. There's multiple ways that you can ask, okay? Which is the first step of the creative process is to ask. The second step is believe. And the third step is receive, okay? So you ask. You can ask through prayer, through visualization, through affirmation. You can ask through all of them. So, and I was like, okay, this is what's going to happen. I put it out there. I had a dream about it and everything. So I know it's in my subconscious mind. I know it's there. So that's how it, that's that. Then it just came to me. You know what I mean? But like they said, making it a habit, making it a way of life, making a conscious mind effort for the law of attraction to be in your life all the time, is the people who do that, they have magical lives. There's magic everywhere they go. Everywhere they go. Everywhere they go, some great thing is happening. You know, I have an aunt that always wins contests, but she is probably one of the people that I know that practice gratitude and more. I don't know anybody that practices gratitude more than her. I just don't. She is thankful for everything. She's always exemplifying the vibration of love. And we talked about that in previous chapters. Love is the highest vibration that you can be in. The best vibration that you can be in is that of love, right? So she's very loving, and she always has gratitude, and she wins contests anytime there's a contest or something, she usually wins. Okay. That's the magic for her award. They go somewhere and they got, the same thing, the VIP status, or they get upgraded when they get on the plane, or it's just things like that happen all the time. Rachel said before my sister went to her interview, I told her, decide now that you already have it and it's done. I know that's right. You have to believe it, especially if it's something that you want. Sometimes we do things because we settle or we think we're supposed to do it. And that's why it's a powerful thing to ask yourself, what do you want? And to answer that question honestly, this is what I want. Because sometimes things don't work out, not because we aren't applying a law of attraction or we aren't being conscious. It's because we truly don't want it. We're doing it for motives outside of what's truly is true to ourselves, what is authentic to ourselves, what is real to ourselves. Okay, nothing can prevent your picture from coming into concrete form except the same power which gave it birth, which is yourself. You are the only thing that can stop it. There is nobody out there that can stop anything from manifesting but you. Whether you allow the thought of doubt to come in, the thought of worry, fear, any of that, you are in control, right? When you allow a thought of doubt to enter your mind, the law of attraction will soon line up one doubtful thought after another. The moment a thought of doubt comes, release it immediately. Send the thought on its way. Replace it with, I know I'm receiving now, and feel it. I know it's going to work out. And I kind of went through that too a little bit this weekend. And I was like, you know what? No, everything always works out for me. I know it's going to work out because it always works out. Things always work out for me. They always work out for me, right? Imagination is everything. It is the preview of life's coming attractions. Your imagination, who has the biggest imagination? Children. The imagination is giving you a preview of what's to come, right? The joy of creating and receiving is magnificent. And it's a beautiful process, okay? So I'm just going to go over the secret summaries, and we're going to wrap this thing up, okay? Secret summaries. Expectation is a powerful, attractive force. Expect the things you want and don't expect the things you don't want. So if you don't want something, don't expect it. And don't use your past as a prerequisite. Don't use your past as an excuse as to why you should expect it. Okay, so yes, we're here to learn things, but one of the things that you have to understand with the learning process is that when you created certain things in the past, you created that based off your thought process. You created it based off of your environment. You created that based off where you were then. You are a different person now. You don't have to keep recreating the same situation. So expect powerful things and expect the things you want. If you want a harmonious life, expect it. Okay, gratitude is a powerful process for shifting your energy and bringing more of what you want into your life. Be grateful for what you already have, and you will attract more good things. Okay, giving thanks for what you want in advance turbocharges your desires and sends a more powerful signal into the universe. And you already know that we practice that. When we do our prayers, we always say, I'm so thankful for the things I have and the things to come, right? Being thankful for things in advance turbocharges, okay? Visualization is the process of creating pictures in your mind of yourself enjoying what you want. The process of your mind enjoying it. You have to create yourself enjoying it, okay? Now, we can create crazy thoughts in our mind, and I know we all have done it before, where it's something that's not pleasant. We don't do that anymore. We don't want to visualize what we don't want. We want to visualize ourselves enjoying what we want. When you visualize, you generate powerful thoughts and feelings of having it now. The law of attraction then returns that reality to you just as you saw it in your mind. To use the law of attraction to your advantage, make it a habitual way of being, not just a one-time event. Every single day. Study and read it every single day. So I underline certain things in the book. So sometimes I might pick the book up and go and read what I underline. That's a form of studying. Like it was mentioned in the documentary, don't make it a chore, because then you are creating an energy of resistance. So you can study different forms of the law of attraction. You could listen to something on YouTube. You could pick up another book. You can pick up Louise Hay's book. You can just decide to think of something that you remember hearing. Oh, there's a cat. You can look up the cat. Two things when you look up: angel numbers and cat. So make it a habit, okay? At the end of every day, before you go to sleep, go back through the events of the day. Any events or moments that were not what you wanted, replay them in your mind the way you want them to go. I think that's a good exercise to do too, because that's setting the vibration where you want it to be before you go to sleep, because whatever you set the vibration on, that is a vibration you're going to stay on while you're asleep. Okay. So you want to be intentional about it. You want to be very intentional about the process. You want to be conscious of what you're creating. You want to be conscious of using the law of attraction, also known as the law of vibration. Okay. I think it's a Persian cat we saw. So angel number 1145. It's a message from your angels that some changes are coming that have been brought about through your affirmations and positive and optimistic thought patterns. Through hard work and effort, you have earned your just rewards. Expect great things and be grateful and appreciative of them when they arrive in your life. Keep a clear and open connection with your angels for guidance and support through these changes. 1145 asks that you put efforts towards the things in your life that embrace and enhance who you truly are, your lifestyle choices, and your life in general. Be prepared to make necessary changes that will bring about auspicious new opportunities that will advance you along your path. Trust that these changes will bring better into your life in all ways. 1145 may also suggest that it's a good time to give birth to new ideas and situations in your life. Safe in the knowledge that the angels are guiding, protecting, and watching over you during these changes. 1145 indicates that the angels are with you, giving you courage to make life changes that will help you achieve and serve your divine life purpose. So this is right on time with what we are talking about. It's right on time with what we're experiencing, what we're learning about. Applying it is saying that there's changes happening because of our affirmation, because of our optimism, our positive thinking, and the things that we've been doing. So it's working. Okay, it's working. It's happening. We have the beauty of angel numbers to say, hey, it's happening. To show us like, hey, it is, it's about to bust through the surface. You know, it's about to come through the surface. Don't give up. Even if you didn't see results right away, it's coming. Okay. So the Persian cat meaning is a bit different from the general cat. The feline signifies the need to spend some time caring for yourself. In other words, take time out of your busy life to focus on yourself. It's interesting. Focus on yourself. It's time to strike out on your own and relinquish your over-dependency on others. So that is the message that the Persian cat has brought us, and the angels have brought us through the numbers. Rachel says she's been hearing that a lot lately. Her positive thoughts and visualizations are paying off. So you just get the confirmations. You know, it's a beautiful thing to have the confirmations, just to know that it's happening. It is. It truly is. So as always, this is good. We just ended Powerful Processes Part 2. Next week, we will get into the secret to money. I'm sure you all would like that. The secret to money. I'm sure you will. So tomorrow is prayer. Submit your prayer request to KenyattaAuset.com. I'm going to be posting new content for Patreon members so that you are able to, so that you're able to get the prayers and different things. I'm going to catch up on meditations and all that other stuff, but I'm going to be posting some stuff. Spring equinox is coming. The spring equinox is in 20 days, okay? So for those of you that are Patreon members, you know that I provide services exclusive to you all for protection rituals that are done during the solstice and the equinox. So yes, check that out. So the 50% off for Patreon members, which is 50% off my general reading right now, is just kind of, I don't have a cutoff time for it. So if you're a Patreon member, you get access to a link to get 50% off of my general reading. So you can go ahead and get it. And even if you don't want to get your reading right now, you can schedule your reading in advance. Like, even if you, I don't know, if you just so happen you want to schedule it later in a year, or if you want to get two, you know what I mean, you can go ahead and do it now. And if you need to change the date when we get closer, we can change the date when we get closer. That's not a problem at all. Like, I don't have a problem with rescheduling or changing dates or anything like that. So yes, take advantage of it. There's perks to being a Patreon member. You get access to ritual spells and different things, and access to discounts, etc. Okay, so if you're not a member, go ahead and join. You can join as low as $5 a month, and it's good. We have a nice little community over there. We get together on Fridays, by the way. Patreon members, we all get together on every Friday, and we do prayer on Friday. We chat a little bit and stuff like that. So yeah, enjoy it. The perks, all right? So I will be catching up. I appreciate y'all patience while, you know, I've been kind of not feeling so great, but I'm feeling better, and I feel like I'm going to get stronger and stronger. I definitely have done lots of prayers and work as pertaining to me feeling better and wanting to move about and, you know, just get back to feeling a little more like myself. All right, so y'all have a good day, and I'm going to see y'all tomorrow, okay? Bye. Bye-bye.